Hello and welcome to our 10 subscriber special. The real one, not just like, hey, I don't have it. Oh yeah, and on another completely different note, I got the footage back. At least the part that I had completed. I was a fifth of the way done, but I got it back, so the top 5 underrated games video will be coming eventually. But hey, we hit 10 subscribers, actually 11. And the only reason it's now 11 is because I subscribed with my school account and my personal account, and I subscribed to myself from my own channel, so like half of them is my family and the other half I know personally. But whatever, let's get into the video. So in case you didn't see, this is going to be a Zelda video, and I love Zelda, all of them except for the CDI.
Golly!
Even the new Breath of the Wild, which is amazing. Now Breath of the Wild is new and awesome, but it's actually a lot like Zelda 1 and takes a ton of influence from it. But just like Breath of the Wild went back to its roots, we are going back to the roots of Zelda for this video. Did anyone else think that transition was smooth? Just me? Okay. So imagine this. You're turning on Zelda 1, no matter how you turned it on, whether it's on your 3DS Virtual Console or on the NES or NES Mini or however you turn it on, you just turn it on. You saw and heard the title screen, and it oozed adventure, and you knew it was coming. Then a couple button presses later, your adventure starts. You're dropped in the middle of nowhere. You're clueless. You have no idea what to do and where to go. But there's a cave in front of you, so you go in. And there it is. There's your trusty sword. There's an old man who says it's dangerous to go alone, and gives you the sword, free of charge. That you grab the sword and leave, but you forget about the old man. Why? Because he disappears before your eyes. Now, when I saw that, that made me think, like, whoa, how did he disappear? Which got me thinking of other questions, like, why did he give this random child some sword? How did he disappear? And why are there 2 more swords, guys, with the exact same purpose? Now, this theory I have about the old man answers all of 4 of those questions. My theory is, the old men that hold the swords are Shekiah. And if that theory is correct, then the other old men and women are also likely Shekiah. Now, in case you're thinking, why should I care? It's a dumb question, or theory, or whatever. Well, think about this. The old men indirectly, by helping you, stopped another fallen hero timeline, saved the Hyrule, and completed their duty of saving or protecting the royal family. So now, I'm gonna shut down your stupid arguments before you get going, comment section. Just kidding, I'm not big enough to have comment section arguments. Except for you, Alex. Yeah. The first thing that popped into my mind was, well, there's not enough Shekiah for that to be possible. You've never seen a lot at once before in a Zelda game. Except for Breath of the Wild, which we will get around to talking to later in this theory, but just because it's a black sheep when it comes to the Shekiah traditions. But up until that, we've never seen a lot of Shekiah at once. Now, that's just because they're ninja-like and skilled in magic, both of which come from Zeldapedia, but you should have been able to know they were, ninjas. But that explains why they disappeared, how they disappeared. Not why they disappeared, but how they disappeared right before your eyes, and how they survived that they're hiding in. Like, seriously, they're hiding in bushes in the middle of forest, surrounded by monsters, waiting for one kid, and then they disappear forever. That takes impressive survival skills. Now, there are other reasons why you could think the Shekiah are gone, at least in the following timeline. You might think they're gone because of the Hyrule Civil War. Now I need to explain this because it has some relevance to this theory. So the Hyrule Civil War is referenced in a number of other Zelda games, namely A Link to the Past. It's a fight over the Triforce, and it's speculated to be shortly before the events of Ocarina of Time, which is why the graveyard in Kakariko, the village of the Shekiah, is there. And not only that, the graveyard is for those who served the royal family, aka the Shekiah. But in the Oracle games, there's also Impa, who's not explicitly Shekiah, but don't worry, I got you there. So, first of all, she's named Impa, which you're like, oh, she's just named Impa, that doesn't mean anything. Well, if you think about it, all the other Shekiah women, at least the ones that have helped you up until Breath of the Wild, again, Black Sheep, have been named Impa. It's clearly some sort of family name. And not only that, but in the official artwork for the Oracle games, Impa has red eyes and pointed ears, characteristics of Shekiah. I think that's enough evidence to say safely she's a Shekiah. But this isn't because there is enough Shekiah. If there's Impa, who knows how many years later in the Oracle games, that means there's at least, one male Shekiah to keep the line going. You know how that works. I'm not going to explain that. Sorry, I tapped the mic. Impa being a Shekiah in the Oracle games is relevant because immediately after the Oracle games, it goes into Link's Awakening, supposedly, and then into the Golden Era from the official timeline, and then Zelda 1. In the Golden Era, because it's called the Golden Era, I assume it was good, times were easy, times were golden. I assume they repopulated, and because they are skilled in magic, and it wouldn't be beyond them to see the future, I feel like. They prepared because they knew that Ganon was going to come. And shortly before Zelda 1, they went into hiding to test Link / to help him whenever he finds them. Or maybe not. That's just my speculation. That's not part of the actual theory. I could go back and make another theory, but I probably won't. And in case... So, there's no reason there couldn't be that number of Shekiah. But if you're thinking, oh, there's not enough males, well, obviously they would have had time to repopulate, and like I said, there's at least one male Shekiah out there. And also, in Breath of the Wild, which is again another black sheep, but it provides evidence, there are several male Shekiah monks, and there are also living Shekiah males in the village. So we know it is possible, whether or not it's before or after Zelda 1, or even in the same timeline at all. But I think that is enough evidence to call this still a theory. But it's going to be like the theory of relativity. Everyone treats it as fact. But it answered all the reasonable questions. How did they know about... Did they know about you? Yes. Why did they give you the sword? And they did it to fulfill their duties to the royal family. How did they disappear? Yeah, I finally got the Master Sword and got past Mido. Now I can go to the Great Dooku Tree. Whoa, what's that? Whoa! Ah! Sudoku Baba! Button spam! Ah! 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 Oh, got him. Oh, what are those? I wonder what these do. What happens when I throw them on the... Whoa! Magic! Rolling is faster than walking. Why is there more than one? Also to help you. Because if they just gave you a stick and expected you to stop Ganon, that'd be a little dumb. It's not like it's Breath of the Wild. Ha! Am I right, guys? Oh. It's not? Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, and if you liked this Zelda theory, please subscribe. I'd say we have more, but we don't yet. We're a small channel, we're just starting out, and we just haven't gotten around to it. But we also have an Instagram to follow if you want, because self-promotion. Hashtag shameless self-promotion. Shelf promotion. I promote shelves. Okay. I guess that's a thing. But we also have an Instagram. So, hit link in the description below. Do subscribe if you want. Maybe we will get around to other Zelda theories. I don't know. If I think of one, it'll happen. So, bye-bye. Go watch our videos.